What's up, everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Seth's hiding back behind it. You say hi, Seth?
Hi, Seth.
So want to talk about pricing and, prospects. So I got a call from a lady. I wasn't able to answer the phone call originally, but then left her, called her back. She tells me, I only want the garage roof and the north side of the house cleaned. I said, okay, we'll get you a price and then, we'll go from there. Said somebody else was already coming out. Okay, no worries. Somebody getting multiple estimates, I don't care. In life, usually that's generally a good idea unless you've, already pre-decided who you're going to use, and you just need you just need to decide, or find out how much it's going to cost you. But then she makes a statement, just FYI, I'm going to use the cheapest one. Now, if I'm there in person, I'm going to handle it a bit more differently, or more differently, or differently, whatever. I don't know. But hopefully, they'll see the shirt, be more impressed with that, see the truck, actually get a chance to explain more to them about our overall process. But as people will often say, not my customer, that's not the kind of person that I want to go for, blah, blah, blah. Yes, there's truth to it, but you also have to take into account, like with this one, she's further away from me. She's already established that she does not care about quality. And I just said to her real quick, I said, hey, I get that, and she's saying now she's poor, doesn't have any extra money. I said, I get that, ma'am, but just make sure that, you're getting a good quality, Just because somebody's going to charge her $75 to jack up her siding versus me wanting, $200 for it's going to be at least $220, $250 for the siding, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do for the roof. And I guarantee you more than just the north side of her house is green. So, and I believe she didn't even have an email. So, lots of strikes there. Is it worth cutting yourself off to be able to get a customer like that has already established they don't care about quality, they don't particularly have any preference? I think they just called straight through the phone book or whatever directory they were looking at. Again, when you're actually on site though and somebody tells you something like that, don't let it change your pricing. I mean, you came in, you looked at it, you know how much you want to charge for it, so charge that. Don't all of a sudden, well, I might not get this house, I better cut myself down by $50 or 75 or whatever. And again, I'm willing to be reasonable on kind of some of that stuff. If it's a big job, if it's $700-800, what's $50? I'd rather have that $700 or $650 in my pocket. And we all know there's more than enough profit margin in a lot of what we do, so it's really not going to make that big of a difference. But again, don't automatically think just because somebody says I'm just going to go with the cheapest price, doesn't matter. It's also somebody who just doesn't care about their house and their property. Cut your losses, or just make sure that you price accordingly, because sometimes they're going to be more picky even though they don't have that much money. And they can also be picky because they don't have as much money, because they don't want to give you that money. And sometimes with these too, she might rather see somebody who takes 4 hours to do the job, and we can do it in an hour or 2 hours or whatever it may be. And then she's going to think that she's not getting a good deal because of how little time we had to work to get it done. Again, just a little bit of food for thought. So, have a great day.